So hi friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So in this video, I will talk about today Infosys exam analysis. Besides that, I will just briefly discuss the coding questions which was asked today. So remember, I will provide complete PDF in my WhatsApp group too, or if you request me there, then I will attach the link in the description too, from where you can directly download and you can practice the question accordingly. Remember friends, questions were tough as expected, जैसा कि मैंने already बोला था. And little bit if I talk in detail, so many of the students today face the issue related to login credential. Okay, many of them still didn't able to appear exam because Infosys didn't give the login credential, and this is not expected from the Infosys. I don't know, earlier also they did the same thing. बहुत लोग का भाई एग्जाम प्रीपोन्ड हुआ था, फिर पोस्टपोन्ड, देन बहुत लोग का एग्जाम 3 PM है, and it was rescheduled to 2 PM. So it was completely unexpected from such IT company. I don't know how they are providing the services, but the main things I want to share here friends, that you need to practice hard level coding questions. Okay, so in this video I will just discuss two coding questions. So far I have got the two coding questions, and question level was quite hard related to the DP questions, several problems, and all the things are there. So if you are able to solve at least one and a half or two coding questions, since this is online coding test and most of the students able to pass at least 3 out of 3, must comment here how many number of coding question did you able to solve. So friends, for this, since this was online test and you can give from your home, then the cutoff will be high. Related to that I will make a detailed video. Okay, but फिर से मैं बोलता हूँ कि जिनका भी एग्जाम फर्दर है, don't take or don't just do copy and post directly from the AI like Gemini, ChatGPT, or any other AI resources. Okay, otherwise you will be directly disqualified, and they have hard plagiarism check. So if you want to use AI, use properly, means you can refactor your code. You can take the concept. You can just build your logic with the help of AI, but you need to write the code according to your knowledge. Then only you will able to clear this round, and you will be eligible for the next round. Okay, so let me discuss the coding questions which was asked today. Remember friends, again I am saying I will not give you the dry run and all those things. Just I will basically give you overview, okay, of these coding questions. And if you need detailed explanation, just you can go through the PDF which I will share in the my WhatsApp group or description. So if you want to join, you can join. Now first question was related to minimum cost interleaving of two sequences. So what was question actually? You are given a two sequences, A of length n and B of length m, and your task is to interleave them into a single sequence of n plus m while preserving the relative order of element with each sequence. Means simply you need to find the sequence and interleave them. Okay, and the relative order of element in A must remain unchanged. This is the very important point, and this is the edge case you need to handle. And for the B also, it should be, means relative order should remain unchanged. Additionally, you are given a K magic separator, and you may insert at most K separator. Okay, let me just uh, increase the size. Yeah, so you may insert at most K separator anywhere between adjacent element of interleaved sequence, and cost of interleaved sequence is defined as the sum of absolute difference between every pair of adjacent element. So this is the problem statements, and if the magic separator is placed between two adjacent element, then cost obvious. If it is placed just adjacent, then cost will become 0, and you need to find the minimum possible total cost. So these were the questions. Now talking about the input format. So what was the format? First line, which will contain an integer n and the length of sequence associated with A. Second line contain an integer m and length of sequence B. And third line, which will denotes the magic separators, and fourth line will contain the n space separated integer represented A. Okay, remember you can change the code, means you can do the coding in any language, C++, Python, means I think most of the famous language they are providing, and very few of the candidates face the compiler issues. So must comment here what was the means how was your experience overall. Okay, and how many number of coding questions you able to solve it. Now output format is you need to print a single integer representing the minimum total interleaving cost. Okay, and these were the constant given, like n 1 to 500 and m 1 to 500, and k's and a values are there. For example, you can see this is the sample input 331, and this is the corresponding a and b, and for this sample output is 40. Explanation you can just go through it. If you do one optimal interleaving, then 10, 20, 30, 100, 110 and 120, means if you start, then you need to take both. Okay, and this is the separations. So where this represent the magic separator, and cost inside A, just you need to means update it and do it accordingly. Friends, I know you didn't be able to get it properly, but I will share the coding questions. just go through it, because for this I need to give a dry run. Okay, and this is just first analysis. If you need detailed analysis, you can comment here. I will try to upload the detailed solution for this. Okay, and this was the output you are getting. Now same things, you need to write the code, all the things. Okay, so hashtag include bits std++.h, and I am declaring a constant, and this is the main functions, and I am taking the value of n amk, and these all value I am taking. Okay, now here I have used the dp concept. Okay, initializing with these and this all things. Okay, here I am initializing the dp. Okay, and the things I'm doing. Okay, again I'm not discussing in detail, because you need to get and you need to dry run all those things, and you need to just get it. Okay, now let me briefly discuss the second coding questions. Again saying friends, if you need detailed answer for this, you can comment here. I will try to upload the video according to this. Okay, so this was the approach actually I have used here. So implemented by dynamic approach, which state I elements taken from a and j elements taken from b and s separator used, and last whether the last chosen element came from a or b. And this is the time complexity for this. Okay, time complexity play a critical role in passing the all test cases. Must comment how many number of test cases you will to pass. Now talking about the second questions, this was also so far correlated with the DP concept. So here the questions was minimum operations to reduce n to n. What about the question actually? You are given an integer n and your goal is to reduce it to 1. Okay, so total integer is n and you need to reduce 1. Now for that you need to just perform some operations like subtracting by 1, dividing by 2 and divide by 3, and for that also certain condition is given and corresponding cost. Means if you will subtract 1, then cost for that is x. If you could divide by 2, then cost for that is y, and if you divide by 3, cost for that is z. So there is one important restriction, that you cannot perform two division operation consecutively. Okay, I mean दो division आप भाई लगातार नहीं कर सकते हैं, and if your previous operations was divided by 2, then divide by 3, then your next operation must be subtract 1 before performing another division. Okay, and these were the basically constraint and restrictions which you need to keep in mind. Okay, and for this question was quite challenging. Many of the students didn't able to pass the test cases. Okay, and you need to find the minimum total cost required to reduce n to n. Now this is the input format. First line will contain integer n, second line contain integer x, which will denotes the cost of subtracting 1. Similarly, next line, which is third line, contain integer y, and which will represent cost of dividing by 2, and fourth line contain integer z, which will denote the cost of dividing by 3, and you need to just print the single integer which represent the minimum total cost. And these were the constant given, and these were the sample input and output, and you can just go through the operations what I am performing here. For example, here starting with 10, then I'm dividing by 2, and cost for this will 2 as given by the question. So if you divide 10 by 2, you are getting 5. Again 5, 4, subtract 1, so now 4 is there. Again I'm dividing by 2, so this is the minimum operations which I'm doing here, and for that cost is 6. So this you need to basically just give it as a sample output. And same case for the second test cases, you can just go through it. So what I'm using here, I'm taking all the input according to the questions and initializing dp10 and dp11 with 0 value, and I'm just performing the operations by running the loop. Okay, so first you need to draw the recursions, or you need to just uh, try to find out the recursion solutions and then only optimize it. Okay, or if you can directly do it, then that is also good things. Okay, so here the same things I'm doing, that if last operation is division, if I mod 2 equal to 0, then dpi1 equal to minimum of dpi1 and dpi by 2 0 plus y. So this is the things I'm doing, and for 3 means if it is divided by 3, then correspondingly I am checking that, and I am just see out this. So these were the questions. Again saying friends, those who have exam for the base tips which I am repeating in each and every video, just you need to perform well in the complex topics like greedy algorithm or dp graph. From these questions it will be there, since they are providing the till up to 21 lps, so complexity of questions will be hard, and for online the cutoff level will be higher, and for offline if you able to perform 1.5 or other depending on them, then you will be selected for the interview. So these were the questions. Hope informative to you, and best of luck those who exam further. कोई भी query है feel free to ask or comment here, and you can join our WhatsApp or Telegram group. मिलते हैं next video में. Thank you.